I'm gonna do me a video. What the hell was that? I don't even know. What's up, my fellow creators? Welcome, guys. I hope you are having a beautifully blessed day. And welcome to another Topics with Becky. Please like this video, share this video, subscribe to my channel down below, and set that notification bell so you always know when the next video does go live. Check out my channel for more pick-a-card readings, zodiac readings, positivity, and so much more, guys. I'm trying to figure out what else I want to add because there's always new ideas coming to me. And so, yeah, let's get started. What's the topic today? It is about discipline. No, Becky, not discipline. Why we gotta talk about discipline? Nobody likes discipline. That's a bad thing. Is it? Is it? Because let me tell you, most people in life who are disciplined are the ones that are the most successful. Right? Success is hand in hand with discipline. And so many people, they don't like that word because it's been, the connotation behind it has been triggered as a negative thing. Like, if you're disciplined, then, you know, you beat yourself up into doing what it is that you're supposed to be doing. And that just sounds so weird. That just sounds so weird. But I can't tell you how many people I've talked to who are like, no, discipline's a bad thing. Discipline doesn't help us. It just makes us feel worse about ourselves. And really, the honest truth of it is discipline will give you a sense of purpose. Right? And I didn't know this until I decided to become disciplined with my own life. So when I started this journey, story time, are you guys excited? You're going to hear about me. So really, guys, it's just an example, okay? And I bring this up so that I can help you understand the depths of discipline and why it's so important. So when I first started this journey 9 years ago, I had to learn how to first discipline myself into saying affirmations, changing my mindset. It was difficult. It was really difficult. I never realized how negative I was towards myself, how I would always beat myself up, how I wouldn't give myself the benefit of the doubt, how I would always make myself feel awful about who I was. And the thing is that at the end of the day, I had to realize that if I'm going to do anything with my life and if I want to live the life of my dreams, obviously I cannot come at this from a negative mindset. And so I practice saying affirmations every day. And the easiest part for me was to go and take my dog on a walk. And while I was on a walk, saying these lists of affirmations out loud. I've said these affirmations. I still say them every once in a while. I've had to let them go and change them, though, because you realize on the journey you grow. But it started out with, I was really in this mode of, let me say these affirmations while I'm on a walk with my dog, so that way then I have a purpose or reason to go outside and walk in nature and be with my dog. And so that's when it started. And so that started my journey of weight loss. I didn't realize it at the time, but I didn't see that it was actually helping me lose weight to begin with, right? I started at 500 pounds on this journey. And I started saying these affirmations every day. I started saying them to myself, and I started realizing that they were making me feel better, affirming my life, affirming that I was worthy of being here, affirming that I am a creative individual and I have the right to be creative and that I have the right to express myself, okay? So moving forward, 6 years. After saying affirmations so much, I learned about gratitude and I started really focusing on gratitude. And then I learned about the journey of self-love. And in learning about the journey of self-love, I had practiced yoga on and off for quite a while. I say 12 years, but really it's been a lot longer than that now. It's probably been about 15 years, I would say. So I've been practicing yoga on and off, but I would get into it and I would do it for the maximum of 3 months and then I would fall off because I wasn't staying disciplined. I wasn't disciplined enough with myself and I didn't feel like I was worthy enough to continue with that. And that's why I say discipline is so important, because discipline helps us with our self-worth. When we find it hard to be disciplined in our life, The reason being is because we don't feel worthy of being disciplined for whatever it is that we're looking for. So whether that's you learning a new talent, that's you trying out something, giving your all to something, whatever it is, trying to work out in your life, whatever it could be, do you feel worthy of actually going and attempting that and staying true to yourself for some extended amount of time, like i.e. a year? Because when you get into it for a year, you're going to realize, oh, okay, like this is something I need to continue if it's serving you. So I started practicing yoga, and it was this journey of self-love that taught me, okay, I can be disciplined in my yoga if I practice self-love and I feel worthy. And so I would scream at myself in the mirror, I love you. And I would get into this mindset of like, okay, let me really bring this into myself. And so I started bringing it into myself, and I started staying consistent with my journey. However, there are moments that I would fall off, right? So when I first started, sometimes I would go 2 weeks without doing yoga, and I'd be like, okay, I need to get back into it because I promised myself I was being disciplined. And so I would start back into it, and then I might fall off for a week and I would get back into it. And so it's like this on and off. When you start, it's very up and down, right? Because I think the thing is if you beat yourself up too much, you're going to find yourself in a state of being too disciplined. And yes, that is a thing, because too much of anything is a bad thing. Okay. So I found myself falling off, and I was like, all right, I need to like open myself up to be more disciplined. And then I was traveling last year a lot, and I stopped for like 2 months, and I couldn't believe that I had come so far. I was on a year and a half, and I had come so far, and I stopped for 2 months, and I had to get back into it. And I was like, wow, this is crazy. And then I really over disciplined myself. Like I was practicing 90 minutes a day of core power yoga. Like, I mean, we're talking intense yoga training, right? And I wasn't giving myself a break, and I was exhausted, and I couldn't figure out why I was so exhausted. Well, it's because I was thinking I had to be super disciplined to a T, otherwise I was going to fail. Okay, so I think everybody goes through this. When you're not disciplined and then you become disciplined, you go into this mode of like, I have to over discipline myself because otherwise I'm exactly that, like I'm going to fail. And that's not the case at all. Like, it's just, I think you have to realize this. So what ended up happening was I got out of the 90 minutes, and I just decided I'm going to discipline myself to show up and attempt to show up every day, whether that's for 30 minutes, or if that's for an hour and a half. I'm going to attempt to discipline myself to show up every day. Do I show up every day? No, but I show up 5 to 6 days a week consistently. And this is my 3rd year in yoga, and it's taken me this long to come into a state of mind of understanding that I am disciplined when it comes to my journey, and I am disciplined in what it is that I do. And even with these videos, I had to start this channel over again. Like, I basically have, I think, over 300 videos that I just put on lockdown so that I could start this channel over again, because it was not the energy that I wanted to come from. It was a different place, and we have to be okay with that. Sometimes we have to start over, and I think that that's the thing with people who have discipline, is they don't want to start over because they've come so far. But that's just a part of the journey. Sometimes it's in starting over that we find the strength of who we are, and we're able to see what it is that we're willing to accomplish, right? And so I had to start over, and I started over, and that's why these videos right now, they're just kind of like starting, and I have to be okay with that. And even with yoga, like when I had to start over, I didn't feel as strong as I did when I had quit. And I was, that's the thing. Like, you get further, like sometimes when I do a core power yoga practice now, I've come so far into my alignment and my adjustment with my body, and being able to get really deep into the pose, where before I was just going through emotion, and I wasn't really focusing on okay, you got to focus on pushing your knee out towards your little toes when you're in warrior 1 and warrior 2, and really sinking deep into your hips and curling your tailbone under and engaging your abs. Like before, it was more about, let me just get into the shape. So I think we have to give ourselves room to grow, but discipline is really truly the core of success, because without discipline, you cannot hope to be successful. And I bring up discipline in the fact of, if you have a hard time being disciplined, think about your life. What are you disciplined in already? Do you have a family? Do you feed your family? You feed yourself. You're disciplined in feeding yourself. Do you have a job? You're disciplined in showing up to your job every day. Do you have, a car that you do routine maintenance on? You're disciplined in doing it at a certain time every 3 months or so, right? These are the things that I don't think people relate to discipline. And so it's hard when you see somebody who works out consistently. It's like, oh, I wish I could be like that. Well, you maybe already are, and you're not giving yourself credit for it. So I bring this up with the hopes that you can take a step back and really look at your life and see where you're truly disciplined in your life and how you can give yourself credit for that, so that you can honor that you've already done so much, so that if you really want to add in a workout regimen, right? Whatever it is, you don't have to do yoga. That's what I do. That's what I do. And I love it. And it's something that's so freeing for me. Maybe it's meditation, right? Like, I didn't meditate every day, and so now I meditate every day for 2.5 years. It's about the same I've done yoga. I'm about to celebrate my 3rd year in doing yoga, and about to celebrate my 3rd year in meditation. But it's like, it took a long time to get there. I knew that meditation was beneficial, but it was hard to commit to it. And so they go hand in hand. Discipline is a commitment to yourself. It's a commitment to what it is you want to achieve. If you want to achieve a certain type of body, are you committed to showing up to do that? Or are you going to let the idea of it overwhelm you so much that you just refuse to show up, right? It has to be balanced. You have to understand it's going to take time. Do I have the body that I want right now? No. However, let me tell you guys, I'm so proud of where I am for myself, because never in my life have I been this committed to myself. And that is so unique and a wondrous feeling, because I know that I'm still showing up and I'm still working on myself. It's a work in progress. There is no destination, because when we reach the destination, we've reached the end of life. And so I'm excited just to see what comes from me staying committed on my journey and staying committed to myself. Right? Having these videos, I like bringing these videos to you guys because I enjoy teaching people. I enjoy bringing hope to people that you can get out of a bad situation. We've all been there, but not very many people who have risen up out of a bad situation have the time, the courage, or the discipline to teach others. And I love to do that. I love to help bring hope to others. Does that mean that I do? I don't know. I don't. And it's a goal of mine, absolutely, but it's all about having the patience to get there and being patient with myself and understanding that I'm still human, having a human experience. And in this human experience, I still go through ups and downs like a normal person does. And that includes with my yoga journey as well. So this story time was about to show, it's all about showing you that you have to just decide to show up for yourself. And if you don't show up today, can you show up right now and thinking about it? And if you can't show up right now and thinking about it, then can you make the intention to show up tomorrow? And not beat yourself up for not showing up today. Because the more you beat yourself up, the harder it is to discipline yourself, because you're always going to focus on the negative. And it's funny how our ego kind of goes out of the way to make us find those negative energies to reside in. All right. I have faith in you guys. I know you can discipline yourself into doing whatever it is that you want in your life. Have patience with yourself. Love yourself. Be compassionate with yourself and be kind. Be kind to yourself. Whatever happens, please be kind to yourself. So with that being said, thank you for joining me for Topics with Becky. And I'm going to get on out of here. Until next time, go forth boldly, my fellow creators, and courageously find creative ways to rise above in life, laughter, and love. Becky's out of the house for now until we see each other again. Peace out. I love y'all. Bye. Dancing in the moonlight. Everybody's dancing in the moonlight. This world is out of sight. I don't really know if that is the words to the song, but it just really felt right. So we're gonna dance along in the moonlight.